Hit live. We're live.
Hello, we did it. Week 53.
Week 53. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties. I apologize for a decrease in audio quality.
It's not the best you've ever sounded, but it's also not the worst.
Yeah, I'll give you that, but I'll investigate later. I ran out of time beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I had a small bump in my time schedule tonight that held me up for a few extra minutes.
Really?
But yes.
I hope that everything is all right on your end.
Oh yeah, no, it's worked out okay. Worked out.
All right.
So yeah. There's
fine.
I put an update on Instagram for everyone who's on there, but
hello everyone.
Yeah. Welcome to week 53. And
let us know where you are watching from.
Yes, and the last servo you installed.
Oh, I see what happened. Oopsie daisy.
Yeah. Funny story though. The officer was an RC person.
Oh God, of course he was.
Boom.
Of course he was. Oh, I was going to say as a joke, he would be like, I'm sorry, I had to stop you for an autograph.
Now, I'm not saying that he knew. He did not know who I was.
That's good.
However,
because if he had,
I happened to have a number of RC things surrounding me in the vehicle at the time.
Oh my God.
And he's like, "Oh, that." And I'm like, "Yeah, you know."
Oh, you're into E-Revos as well. Neat. Me too.
Quick little chat and on my merry
No, he
way.
went, oh, wow, really obscure European three-wheelers. I am also into those.
Oh, would you be referring
oh, Sabre.
to the European three-wheeler that happened to be right in front of me?
Yeah, lift it up a little bit for everybody.
This was delivered minutes before the show by Mr. Moosejaw.
Dunder Mifflin and Sabre.
More on that later.
I do like that livery though. That was
yes.
a nice touch by Joe. I didn't want to spoil it. Spoiler alert. But he shared that with me like 2 days ago.
He did not share it with me.
No.
I couldn't be more pleased.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Could not be more and honestly, the Sabre, perfect. It's very motorsports looking. Like someone would be like, "Oh, I don't recognize that race team." Yeah. It's they had some issues with fire, but you know, it's
and it makes a lot of sense actually because of the pyramid.
Yeah. The power.
3 points.
You're going to want the memory booster.
3 points. Just like a three-wheeler.
You know, I'm totally on board with your logic there, and I think that it works.
Thank you very much.
I'm very excited. This will be our next Friday night. There's a lot of metal, a lot of pearl in this. It looks so good. So good.
That's great. That's really good.
Tomorrow, Scale Nationals starts.
When are you leaving?
Not seeing you there tomorrow.
Oh, shut up. I look forward to not seeing you there.
Yeah, you know what? I'll send you a photo.
You know what? You could live broadcast me, and I'll just commentate from here.
Right. You know what? I think we could handle that probably. My plan, I think, at this point is I'm going to try and do Axial Fest style with some daily video.
Cool. That's
because
great.
I think that
because you're not actually competing. You're not competing.
I don't know. I could take the cheater truck that I built. However, no scale points. I don't know that I care enough that I'm worried about that. So
when have you ever cared about scale points?
Yeah. Oh, that's also true.
Trujillo said, "Don't be jealous. I get to spend the weekend with Josh."
That's right.
He's
That is
coming
right.
out to the comp.
He is. And Randall.
What?
Yeah.
Does
So,
Axial have a booth?
come out
Are they coming out of the booth?
So, yeah, that's, I'm ready to go though.
Well, it's easy when you don't have many trucks to build.
Yes.
I'm all ready to go too.
Yeah, you're as prepared for this weekend as you have ever been for any weekend ever, right?
I'm as prepared as I possibly would be allowed to be.
Yeah.
Which is to say, not very, unfortunately. Although I do have all the trucks from last year still, so I could still run them.
Well, you're ahead of me there.
Yeah, they're all ready to go.
Oh man. Yeah, make sure you put the tape fenders back on beforehand. I will make sure to do that. You know what? I'm gonna put new tape fenders on there.
Rich said no booth.
No booth. Gotcha. Oh, I will have a booth, and I brought an extra chair, so him and Randall will have to fight over it.
Well, we know who's winning that fight.
Randall?
Come on.
I don't know. I think Randall could take Rich.
I think if Randall wants to maintain
he's got
employment.
He's got some height on him.
Although Randall, not sure if anybody follows Ecto Sports on the Instagram, he's going to be pretty busy this season, I think.
Yeah, because he is going to be driving Pretty Penny.
Who let that happen?
I will say that driving, less work than spotting. So I think he's actually getting a break.
Well, yeah, because most people who drive just do what the spotter says.
Yeah, you're just the monkey behind the wheel.
You're just pressing a pedal,
Yeah.
maybe a few levers.
Yeah, you're probably at least, let's see, 1, 2, 3, probably 4 levers to pull. Both of us sound weird. I am definitely having audio technical issues tonight. For some reason, my normal audio processor is not cooperating. So
his CPU is a neural net processor.
Yeah,
a learning computer.
So, I will work on that for future. But tonight we were already late.
Yeah,
and
now we get
I couldn't wait for Matt any longer.
Oh wow! I was ready to go. I was the one who made all of these things happen. I was the guy doing all of the spotting, and Josh was doing all of the driving.
Exactly.
I'm just I'm filling shocks with oil today because I was too lazy to do it on my live stream.
Oh, during your VS410 live build.
Yes.
I tuned back in on that right as you were saying, and I was like, oh, all right.
I got it done. 3.5 hours.
That's good.
Or 2.5?
Not bad. Well,
2.5 hours.
Almost done.
Well, I got the chassis constructed. There's going to be a lot of chopping to that chassis. Most of the front and rear gets eliminated.
Yeah, exactly. I with how small the LS post body is, I can see that there's going to be a lot of that.
Why did I buy this as a pro? I bought the whole thing. Why did I buy the pro? Yeah. I should have just bought the chassis kit.
But then you couldn't have got the axles.
Oh, so. True. That's true. And I do like those F9s. They
and by the time you get all the parts and everything like that, you're better off just getting it.
Just buy it, guys. Just buy one.
Especially for you, like sell the body off, recoup some of that cost.
Sell the body. Yes. It sounds so strange. I've never heard anybody say that to me.
Sell your body.
I don't sell. Depends on how many toys I need.
Recoup some money. Yeah. So, but it was good to see you. I did another live stream on Sunday. So
did you?
Yeah, I did.
I must have been busy. Oh no, I checked in at the very end and told everybody to watch my stream.
Yeah. Come over. I see how it is. I see how it is.
Look, you're a big channel. You can afford to have a few of your viewers come over and watch some ding dong put a toy together.
Right.
Poorly.
Oh my goodness.
Poorly, I might add.
That was on the next live streams. Matt's OnlyFans selling his body.
That would be a very unprofitable venture. If you dig deep enough, you can find everything already.
Oof.
Yeah, no.
So I'm looking forward to Scale Nationals though. So tomorrow, registration of everything kind of like starts getting kicked off about 4:00. It's all the same time zone.
Is it in the same place as it would have been if I were going to be there?
Yes.
Good.
So I am going to, yes, Schultz is going to be there as well. Another gang's all there.
Ugh.
Everybody but Matt.
Ah, man.
So the
you pandemic, you damn dirty pandemic.
I'm gonna try and be there by 4 or 5. Get there, registration, all that. The concourse starts around 6, I think.
Which you can avoid.
Ha ha ha.
That'd be the only reason I would go.
Yeah, exactly. No, I will be there. I will be there by that time. So I am going to wake up early and get to driving.
Yeah, get to driving.
Hey, thank you, Never Satisfied RC. Appreciate it. Josh, you're going to have to beat Matt's Haas video, but with a dancing rider. I could probably get as much air as Matt did with his Haas with a dancing rider.
Yeah, given a smooth...
There was a severe lack of massive air in your video, Matt. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, 20 feet in the air isn't enough?
There was not even once was there 20 feet. You're in the wrong unit system, sir.
Sorry, I meant 20 centimeters.
Yeah, exactly.
I got it up there, okay?
Not a single house was jumped. So much disappointment.
That's why that video is doing so badly.
Schultz says, bet you $1 you will be late. Schultz, I'll take that bet. And I will parlay that into another bet for something. I don't know what. Let's see, what else?
So they're doing all 3 classes, and then there's also like a King of the Rocks or whatever they do.
Logandale. So yes, I'm going to get there in time to see all of the concourse stuff. Try and shoot video. Probably go have some dinner afterwards, I assume.
Are you going to be on the... you're going to go have dinner on the Strip, or are you just going to have dinner at some place locally there?
Strip sounds right. I don't know where, though.
I've got some recommendations for you.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, I go pretty big when I go there, so it's not like...
Ask for the Harleydesigns room.
I'm not going to say Sonic or Panda Express or anything, so... No, when I go to Las Vegas, I like to go to Toby Keith's. He's got these excellent peanut butter banana deep fried sandwich appetizers.
Yeah.
Man, I miss Vegas too.
They've got a Chili's right in the Flamingo down there.
Oh, fantastic. Perfect. Bar none.
Yeah. I'm going to go shoot the video, go have some dinner, whatever, and I'm going to try and put up a video tomorrow night. Hopefully that I have some sort of cell phone or the Wi-Fi's, because that would be the best part. And then from there, everything gets kicked off. I think Friday class 1? Yeah, I think class 1 is Friday, Saturday 2, Sunday 3.
And we'll call you King of the Logandales.
Yes. I will not be doing that, but I'm going to try and cover all of it. And then I think the awards and everything are Sunday night.
Are you still emceeing?
I'm gonna talk.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard without me there. Wait, it's gonna be difficult without me there.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
but when people heckle you, you won't have anybody to pile on. It's gonna be very lonely up there for you.
Oh man, you know what? I think we'll be all right. We'll make it through. We'll be sad, but
you will be sad. I'll be sad. I am sad.
Yes, I know.
Okay, so what kind of chassis do you think is going to win?
In what class?
That's the 1. Let's say
that's class 1.
Yeah,
an SCX 10 chassis, original.
Really interesting
Yeah.
choice.
Maybe with TLT axles.
Wow, you're going old school. All right, I dig
Yes.
it. I dig it.
So I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see. I know. Was it Well, nothing was last year. Was it the year
Was it
before
the
that
year
Akaika
before?
cleaned up?
Yeah. He's pretty good at winning.
Can you grab me a bubbly?
Can you tell me what you got pulled over for?
It definitely wasn't
What'd you
for
get pulled over
looking
for?
good.
Was it the tent? Was it no registration? Were you speeding? What did you get pulled over for? Tell me. Tell me.
Maybe I was speeding.
Wow.
Dumb fuck.
I didn't get a ticket. Have a bubbly.
Andy Muellner, G-Shocker, thanks for the €3.21. Thanks for the great edit on my pick. Thank you, Andy. Don't forget to send me an email address because
right.
I deleted all my emails.
Good work on that.
Thank you.
I wish you would have got a ticket.
Me too.
I mean, that
Me too.
There you go.
I love, you know what? I love Nicole.
asshole.
He was an RC guy.
You're a dumbass. Seriously.
I know. I was rushing to get your prescription.
Tell her I'm more surprised that you were able to get a speeding ticket in a Gladiator.
Can I tell you another slight chuckle I had regarding the Gladiator today?
Please.
Tor, thank you very much. Maybe need funds for a ticket you got earlier?
No, he needs money for flowers he'll never buy, Nicole. Oh, burn. Sick burn.
I was loading the Jeep up today with all of the items that I need for the event.
Oh yes, your rolling toolbox that you don't need because you're not comping.
That's here, and that is full of only camera gear. Thank you. At this point, however, I was loading all of which means like table, chairs, and the pop up, the easy up, whatever you would like to call it. Like this much longer than the bed with the tailgate.
No kidding. Wow. Gosh, I
Gotta
never
put it at
would
an
have
angle.
guessed.
Not quite long enough.
Strike 7.
I put it in there and I went, no. No.
That's fantastic. That makes my night.
Yeah. So.
That's pretty amazing. Sorry, I'm going to turn Bluetooth off on my phone. There we go.
Does your phone keeps connecting to your
pairing
headphones?
to my headphones.
No one escapes Nicole. Yes, Alex, you're correct.
That's amazing. How did she know? Did you come in the door and go, I'm sorry?
I didn't. Oh, I did not tell her. She just found out evidently. She doesn't go on Instagram very often, so I don't think it's that. Maybe she jumped on here. I'm not sure.
Probably. She'll be in the comments. It'll be great. So I guess with that, you didn't get a ticket. You got a warning, I'm sure.
No, not even a written warning.
Sir, officer, just so you know, I'm kind of a big deal.
It was a close one, though. It was a close one.
Yeah, I'll bet. All right, so you think it'll be an SCX10 with TLT axles. That's going to win Class 1. But Class 2, flat rail for sure.
So, that's the Akaika, like I said, he kind of cleaned up a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. So he's going to be the one to beat at this point, theoretically, because competition may not be as stiff just because of the number of people with timelines and the event like being on the edge right until, and then it got the go ahead. So I don't know what the attendance, what that's going to do to everything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we'll see. That'll be interesting.
Pay the cop off with River Facebook memberships. Brian.
Yeah. Dana goes, hey, You're into RC. You want a kit that's not released yet.
Right? I had, that's a funny story, because I had a ripper on the passenger seat.
You know, officer, if it's a problem, I can let you drive this in the parking lot.
he goes, oh, RC, huh? He's like, what kind of RC is that? I'm like, well, actually, we make it. We're an RC manufacturer.
Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Good Lord.
He goes, oh, no kidding, where at? I'm like, oh, we're off of Roseville Road near Madison. He goes, oh, no kidding. I go, yeah, you know the area?
Yeah, I'm always over there arresting people doing heroin behind that building.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, oh, yeah. And he's like, I used to have that. I'm like, oh, that.
I ran into a guy when I was filming the Haas the other day. And he had a unbodied SCX-10-ish. It wasn't an axial, but it was something of that ilk.
Like a Remo? No.
Yeah, a Rondi. You know, one of these off-brand ones. But
yeah, exactly.
Very nice guy. No body on it, though. He's like, yeah, I'm just out kind of, you know, driving around. Bike park.
I know. It's a lot of effort to put the body on top of it.
Cut the guy some slack. I'm sure he was working on it at home.
Right.
He was painting it. Psycho Garage, thanks for the $5. Did Josh ask the cop if he'd seen flying cars? Officer, have you seen flying cars? So I directed that movie.
Phoenix says, you can feel the love every time Nicole walks in and throws something heavy at Josh.
It's a relationship built on trust as well.
If I would have got the ticket, I would have told her.
Obviously. Don't worry, baby. I'll do a live stream tonight, and I can pay for it with that money.
Oh, we'd have been full on. What were the call? Jerry's kid call-a-thon.
Telethon.
Telethon.
Guys, we're trying to get to $200. Josh was going very fast. Got that Gladiator up to 63.
65, thank you, is what I was doing.
In a 50?
No.
Come on. 40?
45.
Joshua Thede.
It was flow of traffic. I'm not.
Okay.
I will maintain that position. Like,
officer, I used to be a bit of a city engineer guy, and this road is too slow.
85 percentile speed is what you're supposed to take, unless it's geometry controlled by a steep curve or just the width of the lanes does take effect. 12 foot is optimal. As it goes down, it can reduce the speed.
At which point the officer said, "Okay, just get out of here. Please go."
Listen, the R21 speed limit regulatory sign, for one, didn't meet minimum clear height. The retroreflectivity, awful low.
It must have. But Dana also mentioned that it must have been the only Gladiator without 20s, so he got singled out.
Yeah.
It's just. It's not a radar gun. It's a wheel diameter gun. Oh, better get him. That thing's still stock. Woo, woo, woo.
I did roll my front two windows down since they're very dark tinted.
Yes, because that's completely probably illegal as well.
It is all, yes. California zero tint on the front windows allowed.
Yeah, as it is in most areas.
It is what?
As it is in most areas.
Oh, 35% is usually legal on the front windows.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, either way, the day turned out just fine, other than my technical issues with this stupid microphone.
If he had said anything about flying cars, he would have been in jail still, says Schultz.
Yeah, just doing the live stream like this.
So the story is loosely about a man about my age who falls in love with a teenage girl. Wait, I've said too much.
The age is real indescript on her. That's the thing.
She says she's in college.
Picture from a school. Just says a school. They don't.
It doesn't say elementary.
University. Or.
I mean, she's old enough to work in a hobby store. So...
I mean, family owned, though, so I think you can get away with different labor laws at that point. Like, you know?
Oh, man. There was always at East Coast Scale Challenge. There's a hobby shop that always sets up there, and
that is
every year for the last however many 6 years, 7 years that thing's been going on. They've been there, and it's a great hobby shop. They always have lots of stock, and they've got stuff. And his daughter has always
Beth,
yeah, always been in the booth.
Schmiedel, Harry and Beth Schmiedel.
Beth,
yeah,
Schmiedel.
Yep, Beth Schmiedel.
Yeah.
She's
nice. Lovely, but I can just imagine the torture it is for her to work at that event.
Yeah. Have you been to the hobby shop?
I have not. No.
It is a beautiful hobby shop.
I don't doubt it. It's a very well organized truck whenever they show up, and they are lovely people.
It's in Pennsylvania for anyone who's, I don't know the name of I can't remember the name of the hobby shop right now.
General Hobbies? Hobby Express? Hobby Place. RC4U.
All of these are hobby shops.
I know.
Hobby Town?
Hobby Place.
Rick is saying Hobby Express. I think you might be correct.
Yeah, Hobby Express.
So, and honestly, it's a fantastic. They were all walk-in. They were doing like very little online. I don't know if they have still stayed that way or not, but they had basically 2 of almost every vehicle.
Yeah. Yep.
Like bashers, crawlers, whatever it was, they had it. When I was there in 2015, they had a brand new in-box set of Berg axles. Those now reside in my office. Still in the box.
Oh, wow. What a collector's item.
Right?
So you're going to be wealthy.
Right. Yeah. It's going up.
Say, officer, do you like Berg axles, perhaps? Are you into comp crawling? No?
Like,
maybe
I'm
you
not
should
sure
be.
You know what time it is, but if you happen to be free around 6, I've got a live stream that I do about that time that's getting awfully close to now. So
I hope he's watching. An officer. If I'm ever in that area, let me know. We'll
nice.
talk actual RC stuff.
Yeah, very nice officer.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
Yeah, had some reasonable concerns.
There's some good lines coming in here. Have you ever seen a greased portal? Creepy. So mail call. Did you get anything this week?
Yes, I do. I have something in my pocket I'd like to show you.
That's all right. I've already seen that. Wait. What do you got? Let's see.
This.
It's now, really blown out. I can't.
You may think
closer.
AirPods Pro.
Closer. That's an Insta360.
It's the new one.
Yeah.
The Insta360 II.
Neato.
So this is the carrying case.
Uh-huh.
This is the camera.
Uh-huh.
Super tiny. You can use it in the case, or you can use the case as the remote.
Wow.
It's also the charging station. So,
good night, Rich. Have fun in Las Vegas. I miss you.
Yes, we will see you there tomorrow. But yeah, came in just in time today. So nice little camera. It came with a couple of little handy mounts, accessories. Pretty cool. You can click the record button just by clicking the front of it here.
What's it record at? 4K 60? Will it do 60?
No, it'll do 4K 30.
Yawn. Pass.
But the size, awfully nice.
I guess so.
Fits in your pocket.
I wish that GoPro would do a proper session again, like a session 2.
I wish they would do a session as well. I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was they announced this not too long ago. Tiny size, very similar to the old one. The case turns into a tripod.
Oh, that's adorable.
Look like that. You set it there. Oh, look at you. Ready to go.
Rob Sadler says, are they magnetic as well? Or he's asking they're magnetic as well, so you can attach it to, not a ripper, but
right, because that would be aluminum. But it comes with a number of magnetic mounts also. But if you have things that are metal, that are magnetic.
That's great. You can record all your measurements.
Cinematic. Some cinematography. Right
4.5 inches. All right.
Talking about how much longer the bed of my Gladiator would need to be to fit that pop-up tent.
Yes. That's great. Self-burn.
Yeah. So that.
Very cool. That's nice. I was looking at new cameras today too.
Yes.
Yes. I was looking at the Sony A7S III, which is an extremely spicy meatball, but it will do 4K 120, which is one of the reasons that I'm really considering it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like $3,500 for the body, isn't it? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might have to sell some trucks, guys.
Dude, I've thought of. I would love to just have 4K 60.
4K 60, I could like that as well. But
and I've been looking at the Sony A7C.
Yes, also a good camera.
Much less expensive.
Much less
half
expensive.
The price.
Yep,
it's like
half the price.
$1,700.
But that's only 4K 30 still.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. But the sensor size is nice, and it's got
the full size sensor basically in the A6500 body,
and actual stabilization in body.
Yeah, but the A6500 has that. So
6400 does not.
ZV1 has it too. Yeah, Big Red Bitch said, "Sell a kidney and you can buy 3."
Is that all it would get you? You only get. Wow, I thought a kidney would be worth more than that.
I guess it depends on the market.
Yeah, a lot of people have been bored at home lately.
If it's your own kidney, it's probably less than if you found someone else's.
Found it?
Well, oh look, a kidney.
Yeah, how long can you leave one of these out before they go bad? Is it like is it like pizza or like cold sandwiches?
Yeah. Dave Zilla said, "You do film stuff, but you can't write that off." Correct. I cannot.
Cannot write what off?
The camera. I couldn't write off a camera.
Why not?
I'm not self-employed.
But you are through YouTube.
Well, am I?
Yeah, you got to write off that income. Now you're Canadian tax. Well, I don't know, but you get 1099 from YouTube.
No.
Or how's that work in Canada?
No. Nothing. They withhold the tax if there is any.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, not the case in the United States.
I bet not. Do you have to set aside a portion of all of your revenue?
Yeah, unless you can write it all off. If your expenses outweigh your income.
Which in your case, it probably does.
Yup. So, let me tell you.
But government, these trucks aren't free.
If I had had a sit down conversation with one of those people, they'd be like, "You're lying."
Nope. Come on over.
Want to bet? I would like to show you all of the things that I have acquired.
Exactly. Yeah. So mail call for me, a little less eventful, but I did get an odd box today.
Yes. You were so excited.
Fijan.
You got a Fijan?
No, I got your Fijan.
Oh.
I haven't even opened it yet. I'm hoping it's already built because I don't want to build it. Oh, thank God. Oh, looks fun. It looks slightly pornographic.
You know, I don't know what like so did this though before it was painted. Like even slightly after it was painted, but less so after Moose Jaw disguised it.
Lovingly painted it. This looks like it's really poorly molded too, I might add. This is not gonna be good.
It's terrible.
It's so bad.
That's why I sent you the motorcycle too, because honestly, I don't know how you're going to get the pieces to fit together. And
like, it doesn't fit properly. Fajan, look at this thing. Jesus. Oh, at least the head's in two pieces as well.
Yeah, you could probably just go ahead and use one of your Boxo heads.
I might do that. Wait, where does the head go? Oh,
on
it goes
top
there.
of the body.
Thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at this thing. It looks like he's pooping.
You sit weird.
No, now it looks like he's pooping.
With a squatty potty.
Right. So here's the actual motorcycle part. Am I allowed to drive this once I get it going?
Sure.
Did you...
It's got a brushless motor in it.
You might want to set that gear mesh a little bit better.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Because you're not going to drive it. Where are the handlebars? Where's the handlebars at?
You know, it doesn't really have handlebars. You can make some if you would like out of some.
Why is this part hanging off?
That is for a little brake servo that goes in there. However, I feel like brake overrated on it. Like, let's just set the drag brake and just high side everything. So.
Oh, I see you took the motor out of your DR10 or DB10.
Exactly right. Yes, that is the associated stock DB10 system.
And I see that this is not, well, it is carbon fiber, just very thin.
Yes. Oh, well, you're just looking, those are just like some cover plates, the thin pieces. But yeah, the rest of it is actually pretty cool. It's got, you know, a bunch of, it's all either machined or carbon fiber.
I'd say thanks, but I'd be lying to you.
Yeah.
Moose Jaw!
Yeah. I was happy to put that one in the mail and then not tell you. Because when did I tell you? Like last night?
Yeah, you told me last night.
And then it showed
I was
up.
like, no!
It showed up in the morning.
Powerful servo. Eco power.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be a real pain in the ass. Thanks a lot.
You know what? I figured you'd have some fun with it.
It's mostly man. Like, where's the body of the motorcycle?
Just like you like it.
Oh, I understand.
See, there
now.
is yes, the front fairing goes on in the.
I see you didn't drill any holes on the.
You know what? I didn't want to detract from your creativity, so I figured.
I will note that you did a really piss poor job of cutting this out. What did you use?
I did not cut it out. Thank you. That is the quality that you receive.
That's really bad.
Well, I will say I did cut out the hole right there in the front part of it. That area I did cut.
Well, you did a piss poor job on that too.
Yeah, I didn't spend a whole lot of time.
That is clear to me. Yeah.
So the only thing is when you're fitting it, make sure you put a stick pack in the bottom just so that you see the height that's required.
Got it.
I crisscrossed the O-rings, but that's not how they go. They just go.
Yes.
So.
Just, yeah. Got it.
Flying motorcycles in the future or throwing it off the roof. Same thing.
I mean, you could probably get some good distance with it.
Yeah. That would, you know what, John, that power system has been thrown off a roof. So it lives on now in a motorcycle.
There's not a lot of suspension up front.
Well, there is if you re-extend it. It's pushed up right now. I need to work the forks. Honestly, the front forks do not cycle very well. I feel like I need to like hone the cylinders, and I need to find a way to do that. I either need to find a pin set or something that I can do to get those more evenly. You can feel an actual notch on one side, so we'll get there.
There's a lot of play in the brake disc as well.
Well, that's supposed to float, because then as the brake caliper squeezes, it needs to be able to slide, so you don't induce binding.
The tires are not what I would call round.
You just gotta spin them faster.
All right, well, thanks a lot for this.
Those tires were $100. So, yeah.
Is that like, wow, I should be impressed.
It was way more than I would have. I found out that, for one, they were not included with the kit after I bought it. And then I found out how much they cost me after. I was like, oh, jeez. So.
Fijan.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to go upstairs because I'm not looking at this for many, 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 many months.
I think I sent you the kickstand with it too, right?
Uh-huh. I'm
Yeah,
certainly not going to be displaying it. People will go, oh, is that an RC motorcycle?
Yeah, and then you're in a conversation with people who are interested in RC motorcycles, and then you've ruined your afternoon.
It's clear. Vigio said he did not rotate those tires daily.
Those are solid tires. But
yep. All right. Well, that's mail call. Thanks a lot.
I'm glad
Josh.
that I could get that to you in such a timely manner. I think however, you should remind yourself that you volunteered yourself for that.
Yes, I know. I regret everything. I have no time. This pitch that I'm working on is eating up my entire life. Oh, update on the model cars thing.
Yes.
We did a final color pass today. So maybe 2 more weeks, then we might see them.
Wow.
And apparently the client that they showed it to was so impressed that they want to run it throughout North America. So
Geico's just going to show it everywhere.
It's not Geico.
Damn it.
But it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy.
Is it Farmers?
No.
Is it an insurance company?
No.
It's got to be. It's not?
No.
How is it not an insurance company? Like, they're going to show wrecked cars. Like,
well,
I don't know.
Just use your imagination.
So anyway, Cody just popped in here. He says, just joined. Did you talk about the new Traxxas drag car? Drag? We have not.
But that was next on the list.
Yes, the list that we definitely both have.
Absolutely. I'm looking at it right now.
Me too. I was in the Scale News was talking about, well, we're definitely going to talk about this on Wednesday, because to me, Wednesday was the 18th. So I thought that we were going to have, and I looked at it, I was just like, oh, wait.
Oh, that's Thursday.
No, that's not the day. So I was wrong.
Greg Knudsen, it's spelled Fijan. F-I-J.
Jean.
Phi, as in Phi, and Jean, as in John. Fijan. F-I-J-O.
Oh, Mako. It could be Mako. $99 body shop. Yep. That's
good guess.
I like those.
Good guess.
Could be AAA.
It's not insurance.
I guess that's insurance, not just roadside. I even have AAA for all of my insurance, and I still...
Officer, it's fine. I've got AAA.
They even do my life insurance. In case I die on the side of the road, they'll come pick me up within 100 miles of my house.
They'll try to give you a jump, too.
Yeah.
Clear.
He's not going to fit in the bed of this truck. We're going to have to put him sideways.
Well, you know what? He's actually just going to fit. He's just under 5 feet long.
If we wait long enough, we'll be able to bend his legs again.
Just bend him up.
No, that was the other thing I got in the mail. I got a tonneau cover for the Jeep.
It must have come in a very small box. If it fits, it ships.
Yeah, USPS small flat rate box.
It's small flat rate. It was $5.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that drag car. Was there anything else from the world of RC releases that was warranting our? Oh, did you see the new Absema?
No, I did not.
I think it's the same chassis, but they put a body on it that looks a tiny bit like an FJ Cruiser.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well then.
And I emailed them and said, when is the other one coming back in stock? Because I'm desperate to buy one.
You should, because
I want to see bad. I want to make bad decisions sometimes. Quack RC, thanks for the 99
I
cents,
tried to curb that feel for you by sending you a Fijan.
Yeah, but I didn't have to build it. I don't have to use it. I don't have to do anything except paint it well.
Exactly.
There's not a lot of room there for a good livery either, because there's so much man.
So much man.
I mean,
in the world of.
He did a great job. I like the scheme.
Yes, he did.
I like all the little sponsor stickers along the bottom.
Yep.
What number did he put on it? 37?
37. My lucky number. It's the number I put on everything.
I know.
So, yep.
That's cool as, man. Looks good.
It is. That's another 3-wheeled vehicle.
God.
And I ordered another 3-wheeled vehicle. I sent it to you.
Yes, I saw it.
And I posted it on Instagram. Quack RC. Thank you very much, sir. Have you had that baby yet?
Okay, let's talk about this dumb drag car stuff.
So, it's called the Drag Slash.
Right, so it's slash based. But that could mean a lot of things.
That's the hard thing to say.
That could mean a lot of things, though.
I'm going to go to the Traxxas Drag Slash.
Nothing's changed.
Well, yes, but they have that.
The picture. You're looking
blurb.
at the picture again?
No,
yeah.
The blurb.
Oh, yeah, right.
So it says, I'm going to kind of go through blah, 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 blah. Soon you'll experience them in a new way in the 1967 Chevy C10 big window short bed riding on the Drag Slash chassis. So,
God,
I think
that
it's not
good.
going to be an LCG slash chassis. I think it's going to be an actual new chassis. My first thought.
Uh-huh.
It's much more than a slash for the street. The C10 drag truck is unlike anything else in the no prep scene. That's interesting to say.
Agreed.
In a couple of ways. Because do they mean that they have seen what everyone has done to the rules of no prep and went, never mind about those rules? Because Traxxas has done that more than once.
Okay. Here's my thoughts, because a lot of people have said, well, late to the party. I disagree with that comment. They're late to the party in terms of a production vehicle, but people have been converting slashes since the very beginning of no prep.
Yes.
And
if recently they've become not the dominant
car. Right, exactly. The thing about being last, though, in this case, especially with a release, is that you've already gotten an opportunity to see what everybody else has done. So you can undo some of the things that they may not have done right, or you may give yourself a technical advantage because you've done something that they haven't thought of.
Right.
There's a lot of times when people think that last is not good.
Right. Why the slash name at all, which is a good point, other than just recognition.
I think they're definitely going brand recognition on that one, and
the
some
fact
of
that
the
it's
elements
been
of it are
such
going to be
a used item in that area.
and some
Jay
of the
Boogie,
elements
thank
of
you for
it
the
are going
99
to
cents.
probably be from the Slash or Slash based.
Yeah, Slash. Well, I mean, God, you had to change the arms previously.
Yeah.
So, someone was saying, I bet it's mid-engined, mid-motor, whatever you want to call it. King of the Streets, in the final 16 cars, there was
13
only
of them,
two
right?
cars, yeah, 3 cars that were not mid-engine.
Right.
There was one stock-ish upgraded DR10, one Slash, and one something else. Everything
but the rest
else
was like
was
a 22B, right? Or some version of that, or like a carbon chassis. One thing that I've been sort of toying with is that they always put something, like lately in their Traxxas vehicles, something that is sort of like either patent pending or something completely unique to that model. For example, TRX4, they did the remote unlocking diffs. That was definitely something that hadn't really been done before.
Kind of. Other than it's basically the exact same system that they had in their Summit. Just
yeah, fine. But on a true crawler in the space. So in this thing, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw some sort of like adjustable diff or something that you could actually go in and like on the fly adjust how much slip there was.
See, I think that I'm thinking that it's going to be a new chassis. I'm guessing that's going to be a standard Slash transmission. And I think Cody Pease here said something, and I think that it's going to be along these routes. I think that it's going to be a new chassis, but as Cody said here, might have launch control or line lock for burnout, something like that. I think that it's going to be something like that. It's going to be a programming thing or something along those lines. I think that we're going to see a new chassis, the narrow arms rather than regular Slash arms, a Slash transmission, and it's going to have something like that as far as launch control, line lock, something that they can do from the radio or whatnot. 4x4. People are saying I think it'll be a 4x4 or a 4x4 chassis, but just with that, because that's mid-motor. I do not think so at all, because one, that would be a terrible choice. One, it wouldn't meet the rules. Two, if you put the motor longitudinal with the chassis and then do a ring and pinion that style, you're going to have torque twist, which is just not going to work.
You do not want.
You're going to have a major disadvantage. So I think that we're going to see a regular two-wheel drive transmission, a completely new chassis, and then some electronic wizardry or fuckery, however you want to put it. And that is going to be what the new side of it is.
Now, some people are saying line lock here is an option, but I don't know that that's like.
I don't think that it'll have line lock because, for one, as Matt and I played with, to make a line lock work, it takes a tremendous amount of weight on front tires. You can't. You can lock the tires solid. Any RC car will push right through them unless you do like me and add 7 pounds of stainless over the nose. Like,
it's funny. I made mine work. I didn't have to put any weight on it. That's not true. I did add weight.
Yeah. Funny guy.
But,
and who's worked better?
Yours, because you put illegal substances in it and burned them.
We'll see.
You lit things on fire and then did a burnout. So, cheat.
That's conjecture. Smoking tires, Schultz says, things like that I could see. Arma obviously had success
the D-boots
doing that. Now, it will be interesting to see what they do for a motor and ESC combination.
Because 2S is sort of like it has to be 2S
the limit in no prep.
Mm-hmm.
So, now, like I said, I'm guessing that's going to be a regular Slash transmission because they are still using the Slash name. And I know that transmission didn't start in the Slash. That was used in the Stampede and the Rustler and the Bandit and all of them. But I feel like there's something in there. A drop clutch. I don't think that they would do that because you don't need that in electric motor since you have instant torque from 0 RPMs.
Jay Boogie, thanks for the 99 cents and the poop emoji.
Yeah. I think that the mid-motor option would probably be the best option. I don't think that that's going to be the way they go. I'm just guessing that it's not.
I think they would.
It's just,
I think they would. I think they would go mid-motor.
It's possible, but that the question, like SFL said, why use the slash name at all at that point? If you have a new chassis,
honestly, they're just trading on the name.
It could be, but I think that Traxxas is good for the most part about like having some continuity with, you know, like names or lines like that. Like you can buy Bandit arms from whatever they've been making the Bandit for, what, 20 years?
Yeah,
15 years, whatever it is. Like you can go buy Bandit arms for your 15-year-old one or your 1-month-old one. Like,
yep, yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see, regardless, and we're going to see it soon, like tomorrow.
Yes.
Plus, you'll be able to buy one in May.
May, yes, available May 20.
Which I think is going to beat the Losi car to market.
Oh, interesting.
Yep, because I pre-ordered the Losi car to see what that one's all about. But yeah, if it's it'll beat it by a month, I think, give or take.
Dang, yeah. Just continuing to read the small paragraph they put out with it. It says more than a slash in the street. The C10 drag truck is unlike anything else in the no-prep scene. It's a combination of innovative straight line speed and performance, outstanding scale realism, and legendary versatility and durability of the world-beating slash with big new surprises.
Big new surprises. Putting 4S in it, baby.
I don't
know. Kai Ballard, probably not going to see any Sendero HD stuff from me or Josh. We did a lot of stuff with the original Sendero when it came out. I don't see going back to that anytime soon, unless we were.
I mean, I like the updates they did.
Yeah,
but
same
it's
here.
Still pretty much the same car underneath.
Yeah, I have no qualms against it. I think it's good value.
Matt and I were thinking about using Senderos in a monthly mayhem coming up of who could jump off the highest roofs. They haven't got back to our email yet, though, so we're still waiting on that.
Yeah, they haven't called us back on that one. Hello? But no, we are going to use the Traxxas drag slash for turning those into crawlers.
Right.
So
yes, crawlers and boats.
Boats, yeah.
Boating crawlers.
Parachutes. Some people are saying functional parachute. I could see them doing that.
I think that
I could see them doing it. I don't want them to.
I think Traxxas is above that gimmick.
You think they're above the gimmicks now, eh?
No, not above gimmicks.
That one.
That gimmick.
Right.
Because we all know, like, functional parachute, like, you think about it for a second, like, that's cool. And then you immediately, like, that sounds kind of terrible because you're going to be sitting back there folding up your stupid little parachute every time, trying to put it back in its little container and locking the spring and catching a face full of fabric, untangling the springs, or you're going to get that thing wrapped around an axle and just going to terrible. It'd be the worst.
True.
You're going to stop and walk 132 feet rather than just dragging it back to you. No.
Yeah, actually, the Losi car is May 14th. So
so
they're basically right on top of each other.
Right. Yes.
Which will be interesting to see how that goes.
Disc brakes to save battery when stopping. Drag brake can actually put power
back into the battery.
So you would actually be losing more power by using power from a servo to.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be a fun summer for drag cars, that's for sure. If you're looking to have some fast fun, 132 feet. Yeah?
Yeah. Yep. The truck body, I think, was an interesting choice. It'll be interesting to see how their wheelie bar is. I feel like there's a chance that they're going to have the best wheelie bar.
It
I feel like
looks.
I don't feel like anybody else does wheelie bars as good as Traxxas does.
They're always
And
really
honestly,
beefy.
the DR10 wheelie bar,
Junk.
not that great.
Yeah.
And the low C wheelie bar, I don't know yet. It looks okay, but like the bracing point is way far forward. It doesn't go very far back. I'm like,
If you
We'll
look
see.
at this photo, if you look like at the underside, like at the chassis there, it does look very Slash-like. It's got the Traxxas word mark underneath it.
oh, you mean it looks like a big tub?
Yeah, it does look like a tub.
You know what? I was guessing they were going to go with a tub.
You know, Josh, the more I look at this, it looks like it might be two-wheel drive.
Good job, Inspector Gadget. You just.
And I don't want to
nailed it.
speculate, but I think it's red.
Did you notice the lack of body post sticking through the hood?
Indeed, I
think that's
did.
also-
And that's probably because they use their clip-on system. So in the back of the bed, it's probably
got it. The
clippy
X-Max thing in the bed.
It's also on the Haas.
Ah.
I'll
Why
have you
wouldn't
know.
that? You didn't have any slow motion action of it being pulled off of the chassis.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I spent more time driving it. And what a hoot.
FXR Davidson. Oh, FXR Wide Glide Davidson. He's got an FXR. I actually like FXR Harleys. They have a cool design to their chassis. Anyway, or their frame, I should say.
So we're definitely going to
What did
see
it say?
that sort
What
of
did it say?
system for sure.
It might just be made out of plastic, Matt. I don't know if you considered that.
Now, guys, I don't want to speculate, but it's probably going to have shocks on it.
So
You heard it here first, folks. It's going to be a drag
so
truck.
old funny car tires are something new. Schultz.
Oh, hopefully
they're
new.
going to be new tires. They're going to
Hopefully.
be. Got to be.
They can't use those things anymore.
For one, it's a slash, so I don't think you could use those old funny car tires because of the carriers. They wouldn't clear. So it's good. It would have to be.
Unbeatable combination for radio control excitement.
So now here will be the question: where is it going to weigh in between the DR10 and the low C?
In terms of pricing.
No,
In terms of weight.
weight. DR10, pretty trim for the most part.
Yes.
Low C,
So
bit of a big girl.
thick boy.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah,
I like them thick.
but 2 C's. Actually, maybe 3 C's.
Yeah,
for the low
I think
C.
it's 3 C's for the low C.
It's if they start putting these things inside of the body, and they throw, maybe there's these extra gizmos that they talk about.
Doodads.
I don't know. Low C's heavy duty aluminum chassis. Yes, yeah, of course. But
Heavy.
still,
Duty. It's a great spinal
is the low
taps.
C too heavy with that aluminum chassis? I don't know. I don't know if it's too heavy. I'm not the one to ask, but it's heavy.
But
It's like a pound heavier than a DR10.
yeah. But sometimes weight is good. Not in things that need to go fast, but there is sort of like that sweet spot where too light
Sure.
is
There's
just
a
too
difference.
squirrely.
Yeah, traction and
Yeah.
and getting the power down, controllability, all of that.
Yeah. Now,
So-
so how much do you think it will cost?
I think that they will beat the pricing of the low C.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one.
I think that they went with it
is a licensed body.
it's a licensed body, but I'm guessing they went with a one-piece body. The low C is three pieces plus LEDs. Traxxas does a good job with one-piece bodies. I don't know.
This
Has Traxxas done 3-piece bodies at all? They've done molded inserts on things, but even like the Bronco, which has got a pretty decent undercut on the front,
yeah, it's one piece.
is one piece. So
This doesn't look like one piece though. That bed does look like it's separate.
nah, that bed's not going to be separate. There's no way. Not a chance.
I just wonder if they did something unique in that sense, Like if there's
like if the bed comes up and like lifts and then spins around and articulates side to side.
No, like if they did something like an interior cage or something. Because no, they wouldn't do that.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Well, no, they would. They would do that. They would do this kind of interior cage, right?
Well, yeah.
Keep the rigidity of the body, but build in the latch system.
Right. I don't think that they'll use a Haas motor because I think that they are going to still lean this. I'm guessing they want to keep it towards the 2S. Maybe it'll be 3S capable.
Yeah.
But the Haas motor needs more voltage. It needs 4S.
The Haas motor?
So,
no.
6S.
The Haas motor is great on 3S. It's not a.
Yeah, but
it's not 4S.
It
doesn't need 4S.
It needs 4S.
Have you driven it? Have you driven it?
I saw your video.
Which was slowed down. You're scum. You're scum. Send me another cap. I need a silicone cap for this. I lost it.
Oh, okay.
I just need one.
Okay.
Put it just in an envelope.
I have. Let's see.
You probably have.
Can I just
send me a whole shack? In fact.
I have one right here. See?
All right, great. Oh, you know what? Actually, I might have some of those. I probably do. I'm fine. All right, that's enough drag talk.
Yes, especially since all of it was made up and none of it's based on anything.
None of it's based on fact at all. I found out about this the same day everybody else did. Exactly.
And so even though Matt told me that same day, he's like, I asked him just the other week. I'm like, you're that guy? Like, you know what you should do.
No, I did not say what you should do.
We're not going to get any more monthly mayhems if you keep sending those emails.
Easy. I was very, very nice.
You know what would be a good idea?
Oh my
I
God.
don't know if anybody else
Obviously, I didn't say it
ever
like
asked
that.
You guys about this, but if you ever thought about doing a drag car?
I said, when are you doing it? Because obviously you've started working on it. There's no way you wouldn't go into this market where Associated and Losi are already having reasonable, success, presumably.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a dink about it, obviously.
I mean, sounds good in your head, I'm sure, but
he was very nice.
It's hard to be mean to you. You have to really try.
It is true because I'm like that. I'm like that guy.
You're like that neighbor kid, just the one lives down the street.
Don't be mean. Don't be mean. There's a really nice kid that has a dog that goes to the same dog park. He goes, "Oh, I know your dog. I've met your dog before." He says it every time we see him. He's a really nice kid. He's a good kid.
You really need a little brother.
He just wants to pet the dog.
Yeah. Good kid.
Good kid. When does RC go 1-to-1 scale? We've seen that happen. I think Mythbusters have done that a number of times.
Oh, just making a full-size vehicle radio control?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Yeah. Someone's making a conversation or a discussion about something else, but we should talk about the J Concepts new body this week.
Can we? Oh man, when are we getting Jason on the show?
I know. Can we make that happen?
It's gotta guys. If you want to see Jason from J Concepts, accept all of our abuse on this show. Put a thing in the comments. Put your favorite J Concepts body in the chat window right now.
Yes, and then in the video afterwards as well.
Yes, please.
So many. So they made the J Concepts 1989.
That's such a great year for that truck. Oh man.
Ford F-250 tucked.
I do not agree with the name choice.
You don't like tucked?
I do not agree with that. I think that was a bad choice. But they had to think of something. They had to think of something to go up against What's Proline calling their comp Toyota body?
The cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger.
Oh wait, the Toyota body.
Isn't
It's
it?
not a Toyota body. It's a Ford.
Oh, it's Ford. Sorry, my apologies.
I mean Ford-ish.
It's Ford adjacent.
The F250 tuk tuk.
The strange one. Thick tucked. YSU said, "I'm surprised it wasn't called the Floyd."
The Floyd. Huh. You know what? I like it.
Me too.
That would have been
works.
good.
That works pretty well.
Josh
I guarantee
or Matt,
you.
What was Novak's slogan? What was their slogan?
Racing to be the best.
Definitely don't. Mike in here says the Buffalo Bill body.
I believe that joke
correct.
was already used on.
Referencing my caption in the Scale News update, which I got some heat about in the comments. But, you know.
Well,
whatever. Somebody was trying to be offended.
Novak or nothing.
Novak. John says, "Watch our smoke." That was there.
Now with drag brake.
Yeah.
So you like drag brake, do you? You can have 100 or 0.
The power of orange.
No, it was Novak or nothing, which was so appropriate when they decided to not be in business anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
all right, I guess it's nothing then.
That's actually, you don't see as many companies with company slogans anymore.
No, well, I mean, Traxxas is the fastest in RC.
Yeah.
Right.
And what's Max Amps's True 100C? That's just a slogan. It doesn't actually mean anything. But
because you know what, I'm always worried about those shoddy battery companies that are offering me when they say it's 100C, and it's really only 98C.
You just don't, like you said, Traxxas, but that, like,
who else
those
does
come
it?
from the era when people had slogans.
Oh,
Arma, built fast, built tough. I thought theirs was like "Come bash with us." Or
no,
bash with us.
I think it is still built tough, bash tough.
Built fast, built tough.
Which I don't know if I don't want something. No, it's designed fast, designed tough.
No, designed fast is that you should.
You should never say that.
No, don't say that.
It should be designed to be fast, designed to be tough. Not. We spent 10 minutes putting this Typhon together.
Typh, God, I still can't. I think actually I learned that on Sunday, on a Sunday live stream.
What's that?
I did not know that it was called the Typhon.
What'd you call it?
I thought it was the Typhoon. I thought there was 2 O's in it.
No, it's Typhon.
I never looked at that.
I thought you were going to say, I thought it was the Typhon.
No, I just always thought it was spelled Typhoon.
I'm really excited to pick up one of their new Felonis. The Notarius. It's going to go right next to my Axel Wrath.
Yeah, Axel. That's the actual. Axel Wrath.
Speaking of Arma, I still have the Mojave. I still have the Mojave in my cart. I just so desperately want to pull the trigger, but I just don't know if I should.
Oh, God. If Vanquish had a slogan, what would it be? And Schultz says, "Vanquish, try to find our products."
Vanquish. Let me think about that one, because that could be good. Vanquish. Don't hold us... Yeah, Vanquish. Josh works here. Don't hold it against us.
Yeah.
Vanquish. No, we won't make you a ripper.
Right. Oh my God. Yeah. So I'm just saying.
We got to think of some more. We actually, you know what? We should come up with slogans for all the companies.
This should be part of the Scalies.
Right, which we're not allowed to call them the Scalies.
Which we're definitely not calling it that.
Travis Gilmore just said this stream should be, the stream theme should be, can you feel that burn?
Yeah. I think the Vanquish slogan should just be, currently out of stock. Just, the slogan itself.
Vanquish products currently out of stock. Yeah.
The Vanquish products. We have a private Facebook group. Vanquish will fix your products.
Well, that's, yeah.
Yes. That's Red Cat's slogan. I'm not going to read that one. I'm not going to read that in particular.
Send it to me later. Yeah.
It's exactly what you're
I would imagine. Yeah, I can sort of guess. Hey, if you're not doing anything Friday afternoon and you want to watch an old man play video games.
Oh, you're going to go some EVGA action,
yeah, EVGA's having me on to play some Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone. And it's mostly because they sent me their new keyboard and mouse gaming combo.
Yes.
The X20 and X15, I think, are the model numbers. Okay. I can't remember right now. But I used to be like a controller guy, like a gamepad man. But I'm never doing that again. It's all about the WASD.
Yeah.
It's all about WASD now.
I am still a controller person on some games. Well, some games I think you have to. I do play a lot of Rocket League still.
Yeah.
That's my at night like kind of what do you want to call it? Just like stress reliever.
Sure.
Even though it's not a stress reliever.
It's a stress inducer.
So mad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Video games are a great way to de-stress when you're not stressed.
It's time to go to bed now.
These 15-year-olds are too good at this.
I know. It just makes me realize how bad my reflexes are at everything.
Man. Yeah. I am actually I'm capable in Warzone. I don't like the giant maps. I like true multiplayer where you're in a tiny map and you're killing a lot of guys. That's sort of my bag. But yeah, so tune in on EVGA's live stream. I'll be trying my best against people I would consider semi-professional in video games.
Shane says, I feel like you would like a game called BeamNG. I actually play BeamNG a lot. I like that game quite a bit. I think you can do multiplayer. I don't know if you can or how that works or whatnot. But I should figure that out because I think you would also enjoy that game, Matt.
Let me look at it.
It's kind of a sandbox automobile game. You can download cars, but you can customize like crazy with engine choices, and then you can get into suspension tuning, different items, strip a car down, add stuff. You can change turbo pressure, boost amounts, wastegate pressure, like all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, this looks very physics based.
It is, and the crashes are fantastic.
Yes. You know what? I remember playing around with this a long time ago when they were probably just developing it.
Yep.
Oh, the rock crawling. Hello.
And actually, the rock crawling in the game is fantastic.
Is that a Chrysler LeBaron? Got some interesting choices on here.
Yeah. So, and then there's a huge mod community on that as well. But like the actual crawling on it is, I feel like it's actually, if you're into RC.
Yes.
I
have dabbled in it.
Yeah, perfect. Because I was definitely talking to you and not the rest of the people watching.
Well, I'm sure the rest of the people have also dabbled in it too.
Some of the crawling stuff, especially in the more recent updates, are really good and kind of like helpful to just kind of hone skills.
They're really appealing to people with their trailer, because there's like this scene of this car doing burnouts in the middle of an intersection, and then a semi just goes through and plows through it.
And yes, the game is called Beam, BEAM,
NG.
and then NG.
It's a
Nancy Grace.
A dynamic soft body physics vehicle simulator capable of doing just about anything.
Soft body simulator, huh? That's what Nicole calls me.
Oh, it's not a simulator. That's real life. I also play a little bit of SnowRunner, but I haven't played it since I got the PC, and that's because it's on the Xbox.
Oh.
But to be honest with you, I did not find it as entertaining or enjoyable as
on the PC. It's much more fun than on a console,
right? Because you can mod on the PC.
Not just because of that. There is that a little bit, but just the speed that you can winch in comparison to console.
Oh yeah,
is totally different. Honestly, I got kind of like on the console, I was just like, it's okay. On a PC, it's better, and you can crank graphics. You can do a number of things like that. It's not too bad.
Nice. Nice.
And I haven't played like the what do they call it with when you have friends.
I don't know what they call that. What is that? I don't have any of those. Know. Is it like? Do you do anything in real life with them? Because I sure don't.
I don't know. Whatever it's called when you have friends that play video games with you as well. I haven't done that. I'm sad.
Co-op? Co-op.
Co-op.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah, let's call it that. You know what? You're doing a co-op thing this weekend, so
I am.
Have
with
fun
real
with that.
People that I met online.
Yeah, my real imaginary friends.
Right. So, that's
okay. So now we've picked out some video games. I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow afternoon. I think it's like 3 p.m. Pacific that I'll be jumping on.
Tomorrow's Thursday.
Sorry, Friday, 3 p.m. Friday. CCXRC is here. I wish I had time for video games. I barely get time with Monster Jam Steel Titans 2. That sounds like it's right up Tony's alley. Of course.
Monster Jam things.
Yeah. Is that it's probably like a Monster Jam manager simulator where all you do is just like, you just manage the team? All right, now you have to drive the Monster Mutt. But make sure those...
We're running out of Mountain Dew in the concession stands. Bring more pallets.
Cut more ears for the Monster Mutt. Those arms aren't muscular enough. Get those arms with bigger muscles.
I enjoy making fun of monster truck people.
So do I. I'm so glad I didn't buy that monster truck. Not for any other reason than just because I don't have space for it. I don't even use the SMT-10. I haven't even got that done yet.
Right. And and your idea for that LMT was the worst.
Yeah, not a good idea. I fine to admit that. Maverick1509, thanks for the $5 Canadiana. Check out Pure Rock Crawling on Steam. Oh, okay.
I've played that one. It's okay. It gets honestly, I prefer the rock crawling on BeamNG more. Hey, Mark Cargill, thank you very much. Says, hey guys, kind of random question for you. What would you charge for STL of a VFD skid to fit a TF2?
Ooh, that's an interesting choice.
I think it would be a fun swap. Bubblies on me all around. Isn't the Trailfinder 2... Which way is the pumpkin offset on a Trailfinder 2? Isn't it to the passenger side?
Oh, shoot. I don't have a stock one. Hang on.
Toyotas are offset to the passenger side, though, aren't they?
It is passenger side, yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to use that with a VFD anyways.
Nope.
The problem. That would be the biggest problem there.
Oh, I've seen this game before, Pure Rock Crawling. Yeah, I'll check that out.
CCXRC, thank you, sir. He says that was hilarious. Good stuff. Love a good roast. I don't like the animal trucks, though. Oh, so he's a
monster truck
elitist as
snob.
well. I don't like the animal-based ones. I like the more realistic muscles.
I only like the Herculean arm ones.
I like when they're named after people who deal with dead bodies.
Oh, yes, the cadaver salesman.
Yeah.
What was that? What was the J Concepts body called? Mortician.
The morticianer's assistant or something like that.
The mortician was the big one. And then the son of a digger was the mortician's brother or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Thanks, Tony, for the $10. Well played. I'm dying here. We are also dying here. It's a great way to start the new season. Oh, man.
Monster trucks.
Josh is still.
You know what?
Josh is still just sour that he didn't know the Lloyd was the Saigon Shaker.
Probably.
Is that the name of a monster truck?
It is.
Boy, Jason must be a real fan, eh? Like, do you think he's just sitting around going, you know what we should make today?
You know what, though? If it's going to be the Saigon Shaker, which I had heard of prior to, that wasn't the thing. The thing was, they called it the Lloyd.
Right.
And they made it look like that. Like, that was the two things that I was most interested in.
I had to correct a photo last night with a creep body in it. I was like, oh, man, it's actually a really good photo.
That was the reflection photo, right?
Yeah. Slightly let down by the creep body.
By the creep.
And it was on a VS410, too, so I was like, Get the best, and then somewhere around the bottom. The Floyd has to be next. I agree. It does.
Floyd does seem like a missed. It should just be. Seems like that should just be a SCX-24 version of the Lloyd, though.
Oh man, do you think they'll get into that space? I mean it's pretty small. If they make some monster truck tires for it, then they really have to fiddle. Like they may not have the tools to build bodies that small.
Right.
He's using a sledgehammer over there to create this.
Yeah, I just imagine whoever their designer is over there just has fingers like kielbasa's. Just like, murr.
He's never coming on this show.
No fine.
And if he does, hopefully he'll never watch anything before this. Randall James. Yeah, don't watch these shows.
We're just going to bury him with addition.
So what Ford F-250 are you going to make
J
next?
Concept bodies.
I don't own one. I don't own one.
You do own one.
No, I don't.
I own at least 3.
I do not own any.
They're all creeps. No, I have 1 bog hog and 2 creeps.
I have 0.
What else do I own?
0 in this room, anyway. Randall James, you two are great. It's true. Love both of your channels. Question about my SCX-10-2 RTR deadbolt. Stripped my idler gear. Not surprised. Ordered Vanquish ones to replace them. Do I need to modify anything? No. They will fit perfectly.
Yes, that is a drop-in situation to, any of them that have ever existed. They've never changed any of that part of it.
Pink Lloyd.
I'm dropping.
That's pretty funny.
Pink
yes.
Lloyd.
Pink Lloyd. Tony says, I've got plans for my Lloyd and creep bodies. Floyd, son of Lloyd. Son of a Lloyd. Son of a Lloyd. That's pretty good. I like that.
I'm finally coming out of the frame drops.
Excellent. But, good. You've made it somehow.
Yeah, we will.
All right. So
we will rebuild.
We still, we did talk about the Nigel as being a possible body name.
Yeah. So you have to pick such a classy body for a Nigel, though.
It's got to be British. So it would have to
like Mini Cooper.
or like somewhere kind of in the range of like a Land Rover, but like not at all.
Yes, right.
Like it'll have the big front fenders, but then nothing else of a Defender or Land Rover or anything. Okay, well, we've permanently offended Jason, I'm sure, and we'll never see him on this show.
Yeah, I agree.
That's me
I heard he
jinxing
plays
it,
Rocket League, so maybe I can convince him.
There you go.
Speaking of British options,
Yes.
the three-wheeler that I bought this week, sent to me by Jesse Schultz, one of my moderators in here, is a Reliant Regal,
which is the successor to the Reliant Robin.
Correct. Yes. So it was 128 pounds.
Oh, mate.
With electronics.
What?
What?
Are they going to work in American?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to get the adapter for them to try and get the plugs in the right.
It's probably like DC or like not DC. It'll be AC power,
right,
or something weird. Be alternating current. The only ESC to work on alternating current. Yes, a Mr. Bean car. Although he did have a Mini as well. I don't think he had a Reliant.
No, he had an Izetta, I think. Which is the Izetta really? Three-wheel? No, it's four-wheel. Very tiny wheels.
Very tiny wheels.
Very tiny.
Yeah, Craig just said, I'm sure after every live stream, the sales of J Concepts bodies goes way through the roof. You know what? It probably does.
If the saying that no press is bad press is true,
yep,
then absolutely.
And everyone who's watching, special discount code for you on J Concepts website, Harley10.
Yeah. Harley sucks.
Harley sucks 10 gets you a 10% discount.
Izetta was three-wheel? Oh.
Interesting. The Robin was what kept falling over to get out of Mr. Bean's way. Yes.
What?
That's
was that
right.
True?
That was an episode. I remember that. Thank you, Ian Turbot.
I did not know that.
Ian must be
Izetta
British.
is four wheels, but with how close they put the rear, might as well bend three. Ah, okay.
Ah. Yeah, actually, Johnny, this is even better. Johnny Davis said it's a 10% upcharge with discount code
exactly.
Harley10.
It's like a donation. It's like sorry about that guy. Here's an extra $3.
I am so sorry. How many Lloyds can I order? Oh, he's Kiwi. Okay. Welcome to the show, Ian. Is it 10:42 in the morning tomorrow there? Or is it more than that?
I don't know. That sounds right.
18 hours, I think. Something like that.
I think J Concepts does all right in the racing scene. I'm pretty sure that they do as well there. That both what tires and bodies and and
wheels. Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
and they had
a good
drag car bodies before a lot of people.
That's
true.
They
had like the 3-piece Nova body. That was kind of a big deal at the time. They made the Fox body, correct? Fox body, Mustang body.
Yep.
They're the only ones.
They did that really good job with the Grand National. Ooh. Oni said, if I was them, I'd make a hideous body and call it the Matter Josh. Just because. Yeah, but see, the problem there is that I don't think they know what ugly looks like.
You can imagine what they'd stumble across on mistake.
Yeah, I think we nailed it, guys.
Yeah, this one's terrible. What? How did...
What do you mean? Our focus group of one loved it. Oh, man. All right, enough on J Concepts. Otherwise, they will never come on the show.
Yeah, or we will get something. We will get a letter.
Yeah, cease and desist.
Like, seriously, guys, knock it off. Like, fine. Sorry.
Yeah, you've had your fun. Now leave us alone. We've got a lot of other horrible bodies to make. Ian, I don't know if anybody makes 160 mil links, but you can make your own pretty easily.
I even have a video on how to do it.
Don't watch that. Just watch me hunt around over here
Yeah.
for some of this stuff. Here we go.
That sounds like small thread.
Yep. Buy yourself some all thread, like this right here. This might be too thick. What is this?
Is that 632 or 4 mil?
1024. What?
Oh, 1024. You can use 1024, but that is a little on the hefty side. You have to
a
drill
little
out rod
thick.
ends. So if you're going to buy all thread, you need to buy 632
Where is it? I have
or
some of it.
M4.
M4 is what.
And
I
then you
usually buy.
sleeve that preferably with another type of tubing. You can use
Brake
brake
line.
line. It's okay. It's not a great way to go, but it works.
Oh, stop! It's
Oh.
fine.
If you drive like Matt does, then it'll probably work.
Then you get some of this, and you measure this plus how much you're going to put into your rod end, and then you stick this in here, and you cut it all down, and you've got yourself a link of any length you want.
There you go.
Use Revo rod ends. Or
Vanquish
you
products.
can use Vanquish products.
IRC 00010.
Lame. Or you can even use updated axial links. Whatever you
You
got.
can, but those are made of Play-Doh.
It's true. I mean, if you drive like me, most of the time they're fine. Stainless drinking straws work great for sleeving the all thread.
That might work.
That's cool.
The problem with brake line is that brake line is very soft, and it just doesn't hold up. It's super easy to bend those. All thread is very soft, and brake line is soft. So if you have a heavy truck or you drive hard, you will bend those links.
If you josh your truck,
Yes.
then don't use those things. If you are just building a scale truck, like just for tooling around, no problem.
Then yes. Then you're okay.
Go for it.
Or-
Make your own links. It's way cheaper and rewarding.
You know what? It is rewarding. So that's and honestly, with the availability of stainless drinking straws, you might be all right. The way that I used to do it was I would do all thread, and then I would find a nice thick-walled stainless that would fit over it, and that would give you a little bit stronger overall link. So
Yep, there you go.
yeah.
It all works. So there you go.
Yes. And I have a video just about making links in different ways, because there's other ways you can do it too with just stainless rod, and you can just run a die down the end of it to just tap, and those are much stronger. And you can usually, if you go to 1024 on that and just run a die over it, you can get an easy one-piece link. Usually you do have to drill out the rod end a little bit though.
Yeah,
So-
and that's a great way to do it too. If you have a die and tap set.
Yes.
Which
Mark
I
Cargill,
do.
thank you, sir. So speaking of bending and breaking stuff, when is the D44 housing coming back in stock right now? I don't have a date on that really. I've been doing a lot of like rock jock housings and things like that right now. So they'll come back eventually, but I don't have a date on when. So don't know if you saw my message on here about flat and nasty. But is there a lot of rock or just trick? Oh, Flat Nasty Off-Road Park in Missouri must be what he's talking about.
Sounds about right.
Flat Nasty. There's some rock in there. A lot of it, like most of Missouri, is under soil, and you have to find the exposed areas. So it's a lot more trail than rock, but not no rock. So I think that they had some some rock brought into areas and things like that. So either way, you've never been to
No.
the Flat Nasty Off-Road Park in Missouri for any of the G6s, have you?
Nah, but that's a good name for a place.
It's very Missouri.
Flat Nasty. Because you know what? It's not a lot of rocks. It's pretty flat.
So yeah, and it's called Flat Nasty, but it's not like
Difficult?
it's not that flat.
Oh.
So
Maybe they just meant it's like straight nasty, but they didn't want to say that. They just wanted to say it's flat nasty.
I used to go to the SRRS events there, which are the full-size rock bouncing stuff.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So, good times.
Life with the Fosters. The SCX-10.3 straight axles are ready to go. In the kit, they come with the gears that you need to replace in the transmission. And all the oil and everything you need. So, you're all ready to go.
Yeah, I've bought 2 of those already now.
Yes, I have 2 as well. One set on my truck. But I left the low end gears in there, so mine's like geared super low.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Very nice.
With a slow motor as well, right?
Oh yeah, obviously. What do I got in there? I think I only have like a 1900 kV. Whoa, that's going nowhere.
Nowhere. Fast.
One of these days I'll drive a truck again. Oh, I lost a mirror.
You need some snow to clear, right? I mean,
no,
I'm going to be.
There's no more snow.
That's
all gone. I just need time, and that's something I do not have.
Yeah, that.
I was like,
you have to be in Nevada this weekend and rocks.
Shut
it's
up.
It's only going to be like 70 though. So
that sounds.
I had to bring
amazing.
I had to bring a jacket for the mornings.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit chilly. It's sort of like when I went to Proline by the Fire in May, I might add, and all you softies were like, "Ooh, I better put on my parka," and I was walking around in shorts. It was the best.
Yeah, you were kind of walking.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
My back.
I almost cried on the plane. It hurt so bad. I paid extra so I could have a bulkhead seat. And there was an old guy sitting next to me. He must have been in his 80s. And he was getting around better than I was. He was like, do you need a hand? Like, can I help you get out of your seat? Because it was like, I had to like put my hand up on the roof of the plane and be like, It was so bad. That was the worst trip ever. I had a great time though.
Yeah, I mean, I can relate to that. I don't get around much better than most people twice my age. Like, especially even days like today, pretty sore all day. So I was like hobbling around all day.
Yeah.
But, and then of course, right before a big event weekend. So
exactly. Yeah. It's, getting old, man.
Yeah, exactly. SFL says he just had more pills than you.
It's true. I didn't have any of the good stuff either. I needed.
He just like reaches over and like pops open that case. Just like, what do you need?
Just
like
chewing
M&M,
them.
like a thing of M&M minis.
Schultz says it's gonna suck.
Do they still make those?
I think they do.
I haven't had those in like 20 years.
Schultz said it's gonna suck because Josh is gonna be there. The line for autographs is gonna be nuts. Is Schultz going to be there?
Yes.
Oh, man. Come on. Come on, Canada. Get with it. We're so behind. You guys are, and I just briefly, because I'm not going to make an opinion on any of this stuff. It's just fact and news. But you guys are doing like 3 million people or something a day, 5 million people a day.
Yeah.
We just hit 3 million people total. Unbelievable. I'm so angry. Anyway.
Yeah, that is that.
Oh, he's already
sucks.
there. Schultz is already there. Boy, you get around, man. That what does he drive? Kia? No.
Well, he was in a rent. He was at my shop on Friday.
Oh wow. He does get around.
And he stopped. He came into VP. He called me that morning, or I talked to him that morning. Like, yeah, let me get some things done in the morning. And I said, like, yeah, pop in like around 10:30 or 11. He says, great. So he shows up punctually, because obviously he didn't have anything else to do.
Well, and he's old, so he's good.
Yeah,
exactly.
He was up, or he'd been up since 4. So.
Oh, I don't want to be late.
So He pulls up. We go into the office and we're just kind of sitting there BSing. And he was probably there for 30 minutes. And I got a phone call from Nicole that we had to take care of the unfortunate.
Yeah. I'm really very sorry about
situation.
That, by the way.
That was fun. It was a rough weekend, but I was just like, I told Schultz, and I told Schultz beforehand, like that we were dealing with a sick pet.
Yeah.
So he was there for like 20. I'm like, I'm sorry, man, I gotta go. And bailed on him, and then it was a rough weekend for us. So I didn't even see him on Sunday because I didn't go to the drag racing. So yeah.
That's all right. You'll have some fun with them this weekend.
All right. Well, I'll see you 500 miles from here in a few days.
Are you flying? Or are you driving?
No, driving.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I'm leaving in the AM.
Nice.
It's only 9 hours for me. So
it's nothing. Stop at a Sheetz.
That's easy.
Get a sandwich.
It's an easy drive. A Sheetz?
Yeah. You don't have those out west?
Is that a gas station?
Yeah. But it's so much more than a gas station, Josh. It's probably
I will put a Quick Trip up against any.
It's quite good. It's quite good.
So, nothing rivals a Quick Trip. I'm just gonna. I've traveled this country.
Yeah. Oh, nee. It's not.
Mavericks
it's
are
not
good.
so much
Casey's
about.
okay.
It's not so much about the actual like flying and it is a little bit about the flying and quarantine and testing and everything to get back. It's that I am quite literally booked solid with work until middle of April now. I asked for a week of vacation, and they're like, well, actually, there's this job that came in, and you'd be perfect for it. And I was like, ugh.
Do you work for Jack Nicholson?
Well,
you
actually,
sound like the wait till they get a load of me. Like,
yeah. That was actually an unintentional Jack Nicholson impression.
Yeah.
At first I thought you were talking about Jack Nicklaus, and I was like, the golfer?
Yeah. So, no, but being busy is good though, because this time last year you were not as lucky.
That is true. It was a bit scary then.
Yes, that was you guys were on like reduced time and all that.
Reduced pay. It was scary. But it taught me the value of budgeting. Well, I have to pay the mortgage. Food optional.
Food optional. Live streams. Highly recommended.
Highly recommended. Good way to keep myself thinking about other things.
Yeah, like, you know what? Watch time helps the budget.
Yeah. Gringo Bandito said, unintentional Jack Nicholson, so everyday Christian Slater?
I like it.
That's good.
You know what? I can hear it as well already.
Yeah, that's good. Dana Surratt said, that's the joy of being good at your job, always needed. Thank you. I appreciate that. You can tell my bosses that.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a boss. I mean, I'm still technically a boss of somebody, but I used to be a partner. I used to own a portion of the company that I worked for. Until I realized that they were never going to pay me any of the profits that we were making. I was like, okay, I better get out of here. I think I'll go back to being a salaried employee.
Right. Yeah, that's rough.
It happens.
Exactly. At least if you go into a place that is good to you, just as if not more valuable.
Oh, yeah, I feel a lot more valuable. That's for sure.
Yeah, but it's like
I can't believe it's been a year. It's been a year. Actually, yesterday was a year for us since we went into an actual lockdown. And I've had 2 haircuts.
Yeah. Ugh, ouch.
Yeah.
I would have shoulder length hair.
Never mind your back hair.
That is why you should always marry hairdressers. And I subscribe to that rule.
But she's not. Is Nicole still doing that? She's not doing that,
no.
Right?
She is not. So, but she can when prompted to. Just
Good.
do not tell her you got pulled over beforehand. She will throw something at you.
Say a lot of colorful words.
Right. Inspector 71. So Josh, how does YouTube monetize these live streams? It's kind of funny because like the actual live stream, which we do these for like the actual the direct kind of interaction with people.
Yep.
So that all counts as watch time. So the more you guys watch, the better. But you don't really get. It's not like watching a normal video in some ways because you're not getting like ads in the middle. The donations help for the actual live stream, live portion. And then just the amount of time that people watch helps with like rankings. And as people like the video, that helps put your channel in place. So it helps in a lot of ways.
Even dislikes help. It's odd.
And dislikes and likes actually count the exact same. It's just interaction.
Interaction's
interaction.
A click is a click is a click.
Yeah, that's basically they look at your videos and they say, are people watching and staying? Because they want people to stay on their platform. That is the most important thing to YouTube. They want people to be on YouTube.
Engaged.
So if someone comes and watches your video for an average of 20 minutes, which is about like what these live streams will do. Well, mine's 16:07 right now, it says. Then it's like you've held somebody there that long. If I put out a 30-minute video, the average watch time might be 16 minutes. So it's good for these in a lot of ways.
Yeah, 100%.
But
you know what? Just watch.
They're just fun.
Just watch
they're
it.
They're just fun to do.
It is so fun. It is such a great distraction. Just from every day, because we all have busy lives and some of us have children or other responsibilities, and it's nice to just sit back, relax, watch two idiots talk about nonsense.
Ignore your kids. What?
Ignore your children. Ignore your wife, girlfriend, significant other.
Just ignore all your problems, whatever their names are.
Go into the workshop and pretend you can't hear them.
Doesn't YouTube take 30% of all donations? You get something like that.
Something like that. I don't even really think about it.
It is.
It's not about the money. It's about the fun.
It is what it is.
If it was about the money, I sure as hell wouldn't be doing this.
I would just work more.
Yeah, I would work extra hours or take on a part-time job.
Oh my God, hey. Squints Palidorus. Always my favorite opening.
Fun to hang out and possibly learn something. Kevin, you are on the wrong channel.
Yeah, possible. Like, strong maybe? Like... Ryan, thank you, sir. Was going to send 20, but your SNU cost me too much this week.
Yeah, I bet that is a fairly you're really cornered the market on RC news
in a very small niche of a smaller hobby.
Yeah,
I've got this corner just.
Well, I mean, based on the performance of that Haas video, which I'm mentioning it again because I put a lot of effort into not only filming it but also editing that video and choosing a good song for it. Based on the performance of that video, I am not going to start doing bashing news every week because
honestly, bashing news may do okay.
All right, in this week's video, I smashed another A-arm.
Right.
I broke my truck again.
Yeah. No, you know what? The scale news is a lot of work, but a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's just, it's both. It's why I like it, and it's also at the same points. Like it's sometimes the video that I like
the least. Yeah, it's when it's a regular thing and it requires that much effort that there are nights where it's like
so well. I would have not, but it does perform well. People come back and they watch it every week. It's like, okay, it's just so much damn work. And so Brian Sherwood, he says, Matt, show us the mullet.
Oh, it's getting good back there. It's coming out. It's coming out big time. It looks like there's a squirrel back there, actually. There's a lot going on back there. Hooey.
Yeah. Matt just needs to show this TRX after the curve, just every week.
That's still one of my crowning achievements, is how poorly I did in that competition.
Honestly, the amount of carnage just still absolutely just boggles me.
I know. Well, I mean, that other guy that you showed me the video of that, well, it was brass inducing.
It was a basically all brass TRX6 that tumbled down 75, 80 feet vertical. I don't know how long it was by the time but it was wadded up, but not
as badly as mine.
No. I mean, it had to be 50 or 60 vertical feet at least.
Yeah, at least.
But it did not have, like, it was all like tweaked and bent, but yours like twisted around,
curled into itself. I think I finally threw out the rails.
Yeah, which I can't believe you did.
I know. I'm a terrible human being. Wait, is this one of them? No, that's just an SCX-10 rail. I don't know where they are. I think I did throw them away. I couldn't keep. I thought I just oiled this too.
As you wish.
That's great. That is so good.
That's such a good reference.
It's so good. Tony CCXRC said, "You guys think I'm all monster trucks, but honestly, it's because people watch that on my channel. My crawler videos can be better produced and get way less views." See, it's so interesting how our audiences have like no interest outside of their core. And I'm not, it's not an insult. It's just that's what people come to these channels to watch. The Scale Builders Guild is about building tiny trucks, scale accurate tiny trucks. As soon as I have fun, that's the other thing. The comments were hilarious in the video. It's like, what's Matt going to do next? He's driving a Traxxas and Josh is building flat rail chassis. This is ridiculous. It's like, yeah, but every once in a while, it's good to expand your horizons and do something fun. Like I had a
limit
blast
sitting behind me.
Right, exactly. I had a blast playing with that Haas, and I will probably, most likely, drive it again. It's not going to just sit here. It's fun to bash every once in a while, and it's good to change it up.
My love of three-wheelers doesn't necessarily portray to my audience
Right,
as much as I try to beat it into their head.
Yeah. Like the rails should have been placed next to the valve. Speaking of, it's almost time to turn that valve on.
I need to start, Jesse pointed me to a new three-wheeler this week, which I much appreciate. I should start offering a finder's fee for people, the first person to find a new three-wheel vehicle.
You need to get one of those old school Kyosho ATCs. I do not.
They
did an old, like the Honda all-terrain trike.
The big red?
Yeah.
Huh. I do not remember that.
Yeah. You have to watch for it.
Interesting. I mean, I've seen the basically the Tamiya version of this.
Yeah. That was pretty popular.
And it was, but it's very expensive to find them. Like you're going to spend like $400 plus to find one, and it's vintage Tamiya, so it's not going to be good, or not going to be drivable.
Well, no, not in the way that you would expect. Travis said I should turn the valve on during the live stream, kind of like a changing of the season. All right, folks, it's time for the old valve turn.
That is the whole live stream. It's just on, and it's just waiting.
Right, thanks. Good night.
Good night. Thanks.
Yeah. Yep, it's the annual SBG Valve turn.
YouTube short. There you go. Final offer.
Sold.
That'd be one of those ones that for some reason would do 10 million views.
What does it turn on?
It's just a guy turns on Valve. Like the squeak that it would make would go to some obscure song that would then become a meme. And
yeah, I get sponsored by Valve, the game company.
Yeah. Speaking of completely random, a little bit back to video games. I've been seeing a little bit of like the VR gaming, but for driving stuff, like racing simulators, but with VR headsets.
Don't get me started. I'm gonna build another PC.
I'd love to have a sim rig, but I really don't like have room for
I don't have room
the
either.
monitor and everything. Like if I could have the seat and even the wheel setup. Like I could make that work. But having the whole monitor and everything, I'm like, man, if I did the VR setup.
Jeff from Mod 19, Rex Racer.
Yes.
He has a driving setup, like a sim driving. He's got the Fanatec steering wheel.
Yeah.
And, oh, man. I am so jealous. I had one when I played PS4 with the old Gran Turismo. I had the seat and the...
Like Phoenix is saying, the Oculus 2 is pretty freaking awesome. My brother had the Oculus 2. I played it a lot over Thanksgiving.
I had the Oculus... We have one at the office, and I borrowed it.
Yes, Oculus Quest 2, right?
Yeah, I had the Rift.
Oculus Quest 2.
I should do a daily YouTube short of rotating the tires. That's a good idea, Jay.
Yeah, just be like, here's the ones that are in the car. People check in, like, oh, did anything change?
Speaking of, I should probably do this one.
When will we see the PCs operating? Shortly after. I've been making some good progress on a number of things.
Have you? What'd you do?
And yes. Well, a number of things. But the PC rig, I also made some progress on with cutting some of the replacement pieces for like the side panels and stuff like that, and then designing the new bezel for the monitor. So.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that. Shoot, so many things.
I know, but hopefully we'll have another episode done that in a couple few.
I built the power shroud, so this is for the front radiator intake. So there's holes on every side for air.
Yep.
There's room for all my USB cables to go through the bottom here. And that's my power switch right there.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. With the EVGA
I have a similar
E.
Yeah. I have a similar power setup that I still have to, but mine's all going to go basically underneath in the little cargo box.
Yeah, because yours can't come off the trailer. Mine's going to be all self-enclosed, so it can just be a PC on the desk.
I've thought about a little bit where mine may live.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. And I may actually...
You're not keeping yours, are you?
I don't know.
I'm not
possibly. I know.
I'm giving mine away.
I'm 100% decided. But if I do, I'm going to take it to the office, and I'm going to hang it above my desk, and then turn it into... So we run a dual system throughout the office. We have like an online system and an offline system.
So people can't steal your designs.
Stuff like, machines and all that are like... Yeah. It's the only way to be completely secure.
Yeah. Don't connect.
No matter what, is if it's just not online.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, I'll do that one for my online setup.
Yeah.
Because right now I use my MacBook.
Oh. Huh.
So, Gray Matter Fab, I found you a 3-wheeler. Check your Instagram. I'm quite excited. Quite excited.
Phantom Works said,
wonder if I hadn't seen.
My first call if I were to ever be arrested, my first call would be to my wife to rotate the tires down here. That's good. That's good.
We can't risk it. Slow Don, thank you. Thanks, guys. Enjoyed it. See you next one. Josh, have fun at Scale Nationals later.
Yeah, have fun at Scale Nats. I think we should probably wrap this one up. It's been an evening.
Yep, I have packing to do because I've told. Well,
Nicole has packing to do. Just got to put all of your best Vanquish T-shirts in a bag.
Yes. This is true.
Certainly, you won't unpack that bag. You'll just leave everything in the bag.
Yeah. Nobody. Oh my god.
If I'm staying somewhere for a week, obviously I'm unpacking my bag.
You're an absolute. You're on a list. You also travel with fava beans and the nice Chianti. You read the Bible that's included in the top drawer too, don't you?
Hello, Clarice.
I watched Red Dragon last night. That's why I was on top of it.
Cool.
But either way, you're a crazy person. Nobody ever uses the dressers in the hotel. Yeah, I will not be, because I'll be there for 4 days.
There you go.
Thanks.
Well, guys, thank you so much.
Great one.
Great first episode of the new year for us. Andy Muehlner, Season 2. Psycho 13 Garage, Quack RC, J Boogie, Maverick 1509, and Tony CCXRC.
Thank you to Never Satisfied RC, Tor Hogg, Brian Sherwood, Quack RC, J Boogie, Jeremy Burris, Mark Cargill, CCXRC, Ryan, Brian Sherwood, Gray Matter Fab, Slow Dawn. Appreciate it to everybody.
Take care, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you again on Tuesday for Lightroom Live, hopefully. Although next week's going to be nutty. We'll see.
Yes. Later.
Have a great one.
See you in all our regular programming.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.